Hello, everybody, and welcome to the King's Tea Spill. It's me, King RJ, here with the other kings of the panel, starting with King Lois.
What's up, world? This is King Lois looking for her King Clark.
Next, we have King Friday,
Peace and blessings. How y'all doing?
and definitely, certainly, but not least, King Jager.
What up, y'all? Happy Friday to y'all.
So, we'd like to welcome you to the show. We're so glad to have you here with us today. We're going to start off with a little icebreaker game so you can get to know us a little better. I'm sure all of you at some party, house party, get together have played Never Have I Ever. We're going to keep it PG today, but we're going to play that game for you. But before we get started, make sure you click that subscription button and hit the notification bell for more updates from the King's Tea Spill. So, alrighty, how the game is going to go. I'm going to ask the guys a question, and if they've done it, they're going to hold up a sign that says, I have. And if they haven't done it, they're going to hold up a sign that says, I have not. Alrighty, so let's get right into it, guys. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
So, never have I ever traveled outside of the country. And go. Oh, y'all have. Y'all are so foreign. I feel like I'm boring now. I haven't been anywhere.
Me neither.
So starting with Lois, where have you been?
I lived in Germany until I was 8.
Oh, you live there.
Yeah, my dad was in the army, so I was born in South Carolina, and as soon as I was born, we moved to Germany,
Wow.
Oh, okay.
and I lived there till I was 8.
Gotcha. And King Jagger, where did you go visit?
I've been to Japan, Mexico, Turks and Caicos,
Oh, so you were just international.
Dominican Republic. Well, being a photographer, I got to get out there, so it
Yeah.
just comes with it.
And Nick, we both didn't, right?
But you know what? It's never too late, so I'm
Okay.
ready.
Right,
Okay, we're just gonna plan a trip together. We'll
right.
forget the other two.
Yeah.
Alrighty, on to the next question. Everybody ready? Okay. Never have I ever regifted a present from my parents. Everybody ready? Ready and go. So King Jagger was the only one who has not. So Nick, what was the regift?
Oh, I gift a lot of things from my parents. I am not ashamed. I mean, I've done home stuff, home decor, scarves, rings. Not like expensive rings, but like just little stuff like I've kept some things, but yeah, most of the stuff is like stuck out like it's okay. Little knickknacks.
I'm definitely a big time regifter. If I don't like something, I feel like somebody will. Let me just give it to the next person. And especially, around the holidays, people don't really, always know what to get you, and most times they're wrong. So I will definitely. I have enough friends and family to just regift for the rest of my life. What about you, King Lois?
So the main thing what I re-give, because my parents know I love curve, but they both give me curve, so there's no reason to have two sets of curves. So I love it. Thank you so much. And I just give it like one of the boxes to someone else in need when their birthday's coming up, and I say happy birthday and Merry Christmas or whatever it is, because they know I love her, but this it's so unnecessary for me to have the cologne, the deodorant. I cannot use that deodorant because it's too strong. I'm gonna break out, and I don't use the lotion. I just like the fragrance. So most of the time, I give somebody like the little deodorant or the little lotion. I put it in a little bag for them, and wish them very well.
Okay. Alrighty, guys. Final question. Final question for this round of the game. Never have I ever had a spring break trip. Like went somewhere away from wherever you were for school for spring break. Everybody ready? And go.
But this is only on a technicality.
We have three I have. So I will start. I did my senior year of college. I went to Panama, PCB, for spring break. It was like the last year that you could do anything in PCB. The year after that, they shut the beach down. So yeah, that was the only time I ever went anywhere though, all through high school and college. It was just that one year. King Lois.
So for spring break, my senior year, me and my best friend, we went to Atlanta. I had a fake ID, I guess, because that fake ID said I was 28, and I was in everywhere, 21 and over, cocktail, like one security guard. Because let me tell you the whole gag was, so I'm walking in line, I look young, I'm in my 30s now, so just imagine me
Right!
at 18 with this ID saying that I'm 28 years old. But the whole gag was the ID was expired too. So, my best friend's brother, he's in the life as well. So he's telling me, when you walk up, just turn your head and just show him your ID. You gotta be confident. I said, I got you. I got this. We're gonna get here. We good.
Coach
We
you
good.
through
So, so I gave him. So I'm walking in line. I gave the security the ID, and I just turned my head. And he looked at me, he looked at the ID, he shook his head and let me in. But that was like the best, that was the best trip. I was, I was a whole 17, 18, and I mean, I went to every club 21 and over with the ID, the gang, the best trip, the best,
it.
the whole
And
gang.
King Friday, what was your spring break trip?
So, ironically, this was a trip I did not enjoy. I went to
Uh-oh.
Disney World, though.
Oh, sorry.
And that's all like it's a technicality because at the time my father invited me for college. It was like my sophomore, might have been my freshman year. It's my sophomore year of college or my first year at Morgan. And he was like, "Yeah, you got good grades." And I'm like, "Yeah, but we weren't getting along at the time." So it was just like he invited me and I was excited, but it was really I ended up babysitting the whole
Oh,
time.
Oh,
Like that's what I was that was the whole reason that he invited me. And it was like I'm 19 years old and I'm in Miami. I'm in Florida babysitting.
perfect.
It was
So King Jager, is there anywhere that you wanted to go for spring break that you didn't get to like experience?
I mean, of course you hear about like Mexico and things like that, but I've been to Mexico, so I don't know. I'm not really too sure. I didn't have the college experience in the way some others do or
Mm,
have. I went mostly online, um, and I'm still going online, so I didn't have that kind of experience. But I do. I wish I always had that kind of experience where I went away to college. That's pretty dope. I envy that definitely.
gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
alrighty, guys, we'll be right back with the Kings of the King's Tea Spill.
The Kings are on break, but you and I, we've got work to do. It's time for you to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, the little like button goes like that. Then the little comment section. You can comment, let us know what you want us to talk about. And last but not least, subscribe. That's how we'll come back. If we don't come back, what will we do? What will we do? Do it! Let's go! Woo!
Alrighty, guys, we're back with the Kings from the King's Tea Spill. The next thing we're going to dive into is our fashion segment. The first game we like to play is Love It or Let It Go. So the fashion trend we're going to discuss today, guys, is belts. Today in fashion, belts are becoming the it thing. People are wearing the big waist size belts. People are wearing the skinny belts. So how do you guys feel about belts in general?
for me personally, I love belts. Because I'm a smaller waist guy. So even though I'm a size 30, sometimes I still need to wear a belt so it'll be flattering on me to my pants. So um And then my other problem is like I'm tall. I'm not tall, but I have real long legs. So I got to get a size 30, but I'm really a size 31. But I got to get a 30, 34 because they don't make jeans 31, 34. So a belt always works for me. Um, belt like the big belt buckles, I think they are cute. Depending on what you want to give, like um, if I'm trying to give like a little Western cowboy king look. I want that big buckle with my hat on. So the big buckle thing, I do agree with. Now for men with thin belts, to me, depending, what you want to give, but for me, it's not that flattering, and it doesn't help my pants stay up. For the thin belts, it's not for me. But it could be possibly for somebody else, but it just doesn't give what I want to give or the look I want to give, and it doesn't assist me at all. So
Yeah.
King Nick, so how do you feel about King Friday? I'm so sorry, King Friday. How do you feel about Bill?
I'm with you on. Actually, I love belts for all those reasons. I feel like I wanted to address the skinny belt thing. So 9 times out of 10, I feel like with people that wear skinny belts, they want to look taller
Oh,
somewhere. 9 times out of 10. So, and I say that because I used to feel the same way. And then I just started playing with belts. I love belts. I think belts make or break every outfit. They make or break your figure too. They they for me, I grew up wearing a belt so I could keep my pants on my over my waist. And then once I realized because I've been doing it for so long, my body has like a long torso and like my legs are long, but I always could wear like high waisted pants. Like my waist could go this high. You get what I'm saying? So belts, I need belts because just like you have a really awkward, like not really awkward size, but like I can do it between a 29-32 and a 30-32. But if I wear a 30-32, I have to wear it on my hips. If I wear a 29, I'm sorry, I either wear them on my hips or I wear them high. If it's 29, I have to wear it lower. And that's where belts really help with that. So I'm
King
with
King
it.
Jager, you have anything to say about belts?
Well, I think that belts, even the thin belts, a lot of guys can wear. For bigger guys, thick guys who actually, we have a bigger bodies too, and bigger butts and thighs and things of that nature. We can pull off belts very well. It just depends on what kind of belt, your outfit, and things of that nature. But I think even the belt buckles or like the ones that we saw with the high waist, with the leather and all that, a lot of people can wear that. I actually have a smaller waist. I'm a thick guy, but I have a smaller top. So my waist actually goes in a little more. So I can wear belts and things of that nature like that pretty easily. And I love fashion, so as
Yeah.
you can
So
see.
since you brought it up, let's look at these belts. So the first belt is the thicker leather, faux leather probably belt. So are we gonna love it or are we gonna let it go? Personally, I'm all for it. I love it.
Right.
King Jagger,
I love it. I think it's just how you wear it, of course, but I love it.
yes. King Lois,
I love it.
love it. And King Friday.
You can see I love it. I love it. I love it.
So
I
we
love
have four love it's for the big waisted belt.
And that's
And
not a chop, right? That's not
right,
a
no, that's good.
okay.
No, that's good. So now we're going to talk about the smaller, thin men belts, or so to say. King Lois.
It's not that I hate it. It's just not for me. It's because I love like King Friday brought up a good point, and I didn't even think about that. It does enhance your belts does enhance your shape if you're a smaller figure. It brings the cakes up and stuff like that. I forgot about that. It enhances it. So I'm not gonna say I hate it because I do love belts, but it's just not for me. I'll say
So
that.
for
Not,
you, I'm
so
hearing
for
a let it go.
yeah, I will let it go for
Let
me.
it go. Alrighty, and King Jager.
I say keep it, especially guys who do have a nicer, thicker form. It does, it can accentuate, and you don't, I love it. Yeah.
Got you. So we loving it. King Friday.
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. It can stay. Yeah. I'm looking at this belt in particular.
Gotcha. And I am, um, personally, I love a good belt. I went through those, more professional days where, it's more needed to have a belt on. So I just kind of got used to it. So I'm definitely going to have to say love it. Definitely going to have to say love it. Lots more to go on the King's Tea Spill. Next, we're going to talk about this week's fashion spotlight. Mr. Pose himself, good old Billy Porter. So let's break down these two looks that we have. The first look we're going to talk about is the green dress. How do you guys feel about the green dress?
I don't like it. I'm sorry. I think that it
One
looks
time.
like yeah, it looks like cardboard. It's so hard. The colors aren't really coming together for me. I love the tattoos. I think he looks great. He looks glowing, but yeah, he should have left that at home.
King Friday?
I love this dress. I actually love the boxiness of it. I think it looks like it's hinged. It looks like um it just it looks like a compartment that's just started flowing. The butterflies look like it's flying out of the
Mhm.
compartment,
I can see
and
that.
then the jewelry together, it's still very royal. It's so regal, so royal, and I love it. This is actually my favorite look.
Mm.
King Lois?
Um, I love everything about him, his boldness, him living his truth. Um, just everything what he stands for in the statements he makes for us. So I love it. Like I do. I love everything. To me, like he is one of the fashionistas. Like sometimes people may not over understand it because it can be sometimes over the top,
Right.
but he's an over the top person. So
Yeah.
I, I I'm always gagging and I never know what he's going to give at the next reward show. I never know what he's going to serve. And I'm always in a state of awe and I'm amazed. So I love it.
Well, I will say, the green dress, I am all for body shape. If you're gonna do something, it has to have like shape to it. And that green dress, the shape, the square,
It does have shape. It's
the
square.
waist, the everything about it just works for me.
Oh
The
yeah.
tattoos, the hair, I am all for 100% completely everything
Okay.
he did with that look.
It sounded like it was going
Now,
bad at first.
no, I'm all for it. Now, that tuxedo dress, no, ma'am. I
You
do
really?
not support the tuxedo dress. I just feel
I
like
like
it
it.
looks, to me, the way that it was constructed, it just doesn't look like it actually goes together to me. It feels like it's two pieces that he just stuck together.
Well,
I love the tuxedo dress. I don't love it more than the green dress, but I will agree that that's actually what I like about it
mm,
is that they look like it was. If you really look also in the symbolism, it
mhm.
looks like what award was this? The Oscars, right? Or the Grammys?
Yeah, that's the Oscars.
It looks like the dress is on the man from the Oscars.
Mm.
And that's what I love about it. If you look
Mm.
how they frame that, it almost looks intentional. He looks like the Oscar pose with a dress. He is the Oscars. That's what I see in this dress. And that's actually what I like about it. That's how I look at it. You just pop them right on there. Pop.
Yeah. King Jack, how do you feel about the tuxedo dress?
I like it a lot. I like the I don't know what you call that, like how it's a like a bodice under, I guess, right? I think a lot of guys do wear that too. That kind of like
I
I don't
think
know
it's a
what you call
cummerbund.
it. Okay, no, cummerbund's a little lower.
No, cummerbund is the little thing.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that look, and I like that they put it together. It's kind of like two spirit kind of thing going on, which is kind of like him. So I appreciate it a lot. Yeah.
And
I think
King
a
Lo,
boy in, a gay boy in somewhere in Louisiana is like, I love it.
he's
And that's
definitely
awesome.
somebody to look up to,
Right.
whether you agree with the actual look of it or not. Like it's definitely a fashion moment
Mhm.
every time, and I will definitely give him that. Um, King Lois, you want to weigh in on the tuxedo dress?
I just like Billy Porter as a person. I like his fashion, so I really can't. I don't have too much to say. I just thought it was very elegant, and that's what I live for. The grace, the poise, all of it. Like he can do no wrong to me when it comes to fashion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty, guys. We'll be right back with the Kings from the King's Tea Spill.
The Kings are on break, but you and I, we've got work to do. It's time for you to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, the little like button goes like that. Then the little comment section. You can comment, let us know what you want us to talk about. And last but not least, subscribe. That's how we'll come back. If we don't come back, what will we do? What will we do? Do it! Let's go! Woo!
We're back again with the Kings from the King's Tea Spill. So, guys, let's dive into something a little more heavy and a little more serious. Let's talk about how, as a person of the LGBTQIA experience, you can be denied the right to sit on a jury, a right that, we all are technically required by law to do. How do you guys feel about just that in general?
I definitely could speak on this one. I feel anywhere that excludes anyone based on sexual, preference or sexuality, gender identity, it's already indication of the inequality within the justice system. Unfortunately, we're in a period in time where we are trying to change things. You know, I feel for people that are urgent about it. You know what I mean? And even it goes into medical care when at one point, you could be denied health care due, if you're trans or gay. And unfortunately, I hurt for us still. I panic. I panic sometimes. It really adds to my already kind of uneven anxiety that at any moment it's supposed to be a juror of my peers. Well, my peers should be have something similar to my circumstances. If the jury of peers is not peers, then you're setting me up to fail. And everybody there they don't have to voice that they don't like me because of my sexuality, but it'll be almost implicated and obvious. And because it wasn't stated in the court of law and no one can tell, it's scary. It honestly is scary.
I am almost, I guess, flabbergasted to just even learn that you can be denied access to be on a jury just because of your sexuality. Like, I just, I am like speechless at this point. King Jagger, do you want to weigh in on it?
I mean, this is something that's going on with LGBTQI people, but this is something that goes on with people who come out of prison as well. People in prison who serve their time, do their time, are still denied the right to vote and serve on juries, right? That's not fair. It's not American. It's not what we're supposed to stand on. You have Trump today saying that trans women shouldn't be allowed in sports, that they shouldn't, he just said that at CPAC. So we still have people supporting this kind of rhetoric. It's dangerous and it keeps getting more dangerous. And if more people don't speak up and stand up for LGBTQI people, we're just going to keep running the same circle.
King Lois, how do you feel about it?
Um, like I feel the same way as you. I'm appalled. I'm speechless. I just don't understand how someone's sexual orientation, how they feel like we can't sit on the jury, like we're going to be biased. Like we are just like everybody else. Like, what do you think? What the outcome is going to be? Like, oh, we're not. oh, they're not guilty because of this, because he's a man. No, we don't think like that. I don't understand. This is my thing. I just don't understand what someone's sexual orientation or how someone identifies why they can't sit on the jury. Like, what are we going to do? Like, I don't, that's the only thing what I don't understand. What what friction or whatever are we going to cause? Like, I don't get that. So um there's people I just don't understand. I just don't understand because like it's been so many situations that I hate to say this. Oh, we're going to talk about that later. So I'll talk about that later. So never mind. I'm sorry about that. Let me stop right there. But yeah, I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Well, what's actually going on in Congress right now is the Equality Act. And not only does this act, which has already been passed by the House, not only does this act affect, being able to be on a jury without persecution of your sexual orientation, but it also affects gay rights as far as employment, housing, everything from top to bottom. So this act is very important, very, very important to our community specifically, um, because it affects so much. There were so many rights in very recent times that we've lost, just because of our sexual orientation, and it's outrageous. So I definitely applaud the House for passing the act. We're waiting on the Senate vote, um, but we definitely want to encourage everybody to reach out to your senator, tell them to definitely vote for this act. It's definitely in support of our people. So next, we're going to talk about the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation that has created a $3 million COVID relief fund. Essentially, this is our people helping our people. I think it's very important, and I applaud everybody on the Black Lives Foundation. I applaud everybody who's donated money. Um, that people still need help through COVID-19. People still haven't got unemployment. People still are not back at work. People are still really struggling. And to see the Black Lives Matter Foundation that was founded through the Black Lives Matter movement 8 years ago, to see that come and be that forceful within the community, like to make that type of change, I think is actually what they wanted to do from Jump Street. And I think it's a real testament to what Black Lives Matter really means. So, how you guys feel about that? Um,
Um, okay. I actually am, once again, really, I'm happy to hear that there is a place, a space for us, especially people of color. I am happy to hear it. I would like to see it. I'm thankful that from my circumstances, looking at other people's circumstances, I definitely feel like this is something that's necessary. Um, I don't know. I am a little on edge. I will be honest. I'm a little on edge because now being in a realm of humanitarianism, so to speak, I kind of look at all the other minorities and I'm like, as Black people, I do think it's kind of not a responsibility to kind of like reach out to the other ones because now we're getting to a realm where we are dominating. It's not like it used to be. We're dominating now, and I feel like I'm happy because this is a movement that's still being pushed, a movement that some people don't believe is real, and they need to see that it's real, and when they need to see that Black people need help first and foremost because there are other programs for other. You get what I'm saying? So that's the part that goes through my head. That's how the cycle goes through my head. It's like I'm happy. I'm the other side is like, well, what about everybody else? There's a foundation. If we get it out, we talk more about it. We get this thing kind of popular. We start getting some traction and promoting it. Maybe it can grow bigger than a stimulus check. Next thing you know, people are getting $6,000, and they're like, stimulus, huh? Stimulus who? So that's where I look at it. It's like I kind of was hoping that it's something that everyone can understand it's happening, and the other minorities can look at it and they may want to invest and they may want to donate and make this a bigger thing. And now we're like, we don't need your help. We got the people, which is how it should be. Yeah. So I like that it's by us, and it's more than for us. It's better than just for us.
Um,
Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
I kind of feel like with this whole coronavirus, and not that I kind of feel it's actually a fact, Black people were the worst affected by the coronavirus. To say that we only need like $3 million, the stimulus checks that came out was written on a $1 trillion contract, right? $3 million versus $1 trillion. $3 million is gonna do something for people, right? But it's not gonna do something for a lot of people, and a lot of people. If you break down $3 million to $1,000 per person per Black people, it's nothing. It's not going to ever happen, right? So we have to, as the people, hold the government accountable, because the government is who should be helping us out, not us. We are the people who do it always. We pay more taxes than Amazon. We pay more taxes than a lot of people. The people who are making a lot of money and who made a lot of money off of COVID should be looked at with this whole thing, because there are a lot of people making millions of dollars off of COVID, and Black people are not. Black people have been the most disproportionate people who have faced COVID. We have died the most. So to I can't even see how Black Lives Matter would want to reach out to other minority groups when we are the most affected. We have to look for us right now first, because we were the most affected.
Yeah, and I don't think that um, it's necessarily like a second option to the stimulus in the government and stuff. I think it's more like, you know, there are people who see that people need more help, and they are stepping up to make a change and make sure that they get that help. So I think it's very important. King Lois, you had a point?
Oh, but like what King Jager said, and it's our people, we always have been suppressed. That's number one. Number two, it's not that we don't see the other minorities, but these other minorities have things to help them. And I hate to say it, they do. People have some minorities have tax write-offs.
Mm.
Some minorities has reservations and they get a certain income every month.
Oh,
Every month.
wow.
Like every month they get like $5,000, and I know this for sure, and it's a state fact because my sister works for the government. I can't say what she does, but she works for the government, and so there's certain things that other minorities that can help them, but we don't have no type of assistance, nothing to so help us. So the Black Lives Matter, they, it's not just for us, but sometimes you got to take care of home before you can help anybody else. So we got to take care of each other first. And then if we have some money left over, maybe we can assist them, but they already have assistance. So, you know, why would I assist you when you already have assistance and we have no assistance? You know what I'm saying? And another thing I want to give about the Black Lives Movement, I don't know if y'all know, but we're nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. So, a lot of people wanted to talk so bad about this Black Lives Matter movement, but how is it so negative? And we are actually up and nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Do you know that it's such an honor? A Nobel Peace Prize. So I love everything they're doing. I love for what they stand for, and I love them. And I'm so happy that so many people were able to give to reach $3 million. But like King Jacob said, what is $3 million? You know what I'm saying? But it's a good start. So I'm not saying that it's not, but it's not going to help a lot of people because once you distribute that money, you make it $200. If we think about every black person, if 200, maybe 50. But I'm happy that people contribute. I'm happy that people raise, and we're going in the right direction, and that's what I'm happy about.
Stay tuned for more King's Tea Spill. Alrighty, welcome back. So now we're gonna dive right into celebrity news. First thing we're gonna talk about is the Meek Mill Kobe Bryant lyric.
So Meek Mill decided that he would mention Kobe Bryant's name in a rap, and it went like this: "This B I'm effing always tell me that she loved me, but she ain't ever showed me. Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It be another Kobe." Hmm, poetic.
So essentially, he's saying that he would be shot, right? A chopper is a gun,
Yes,
correct?
I'm going out
But
with
he's
my chopper.
making reference to the helicopter accident that took the life of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, along with,
7 other people.
yes, 7 other individuals. Um,
Mm-mm.
so, how do you guys feel about it?
The biggest issue with this was the wife reached out to Meek Mills. The wife actually reached out to Meek Mills via Twitter and via Instagram and told him that she was offended by this lyric and that it was insensitive, it was too soon. And she even said it was too soon via Twitter, via Instagram. And they actually tweeted about it back and forth about this matter. And after looking at her perspective, I mean, just beyond the lyrics themselves, um, the fact that he debated her, period, was so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful that even if you didn't, and it was leaked. The song was leaked. So it's like it was a mistake anyway. At some point, no one would have heard what he said. But because someone did, she decided to, his wife, this is somebody that lost her husband and her child, and you have the audacity to even put it in a song, but another one to refute the feeling behind it. I don't care what you're used to. It's 2021. We are losing people. This is a black woman who has to raise the rest of her kids by herself. And it's only happened last year. You just reminded her that her husband died and said, I don't care. I'm making money. Are you kidding me?
I
Now,
mean,
is
but
this
let's be honest about rap as a culture in general. Rap has always pushed buttons and made reference to killing and um, gang violence and all of those things. So I don't want to act like this is something new. I definitely feel like it was inappropriate, it was uncalled for, and it shouldn't have happened. But it also doesn't surprise me because that is what I get from rap culture in general. Like, it's almost disrespectful in certain aspects.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say that rap is the only genre that does that. Lots of genres do that.
Well, yeah, of
Talk about
course.
death and things of that nature, and talks about violence and gangsters and things of that nature, right? But I think that is more about. It's not even about rap at this point. It's about this culture that we're in. We don't care anymore. We want to be famous. We want to be viral. It was leaked. Yeah, the song was leaked, but he said it, and still of it, he still wrote it. He still went to the recording booth and probably did it a few times. So the thing is that no one cares anymore. It's just about how can we become more famous or talked about for a week. And that's what we did. We talked about it for a week, and Meek Mill is still going to be able to go and record and do more of this damage.
anyways, to make to make any song referencing someone else's death as opposed to celebrating their life, especially when it's very fresh, it's dishonorable. It's very dishonorable.
It is. Well, we will be right back with the kings of the King's Tea Spill.
Kings and Queens, we here at KTS would like to take a moment to pay tribute not only to the Oscar Award winner 5-time NBA champion, icon, husband, and father, Kobe Bryant, but also to his daughter, Gianna Bryant, Peyton Chester, Sarah Chester, Alyssa Altobelli, Kerry Altobelli, John Altobelli, Christina Mauser, and the helicopter's pilot, Al Razabian. We'd like to take a moment and have a moment of silence for them.
Alrighty, we're back. So, guys, let's talk about Miss Gorilla Glue herself, Tessica Brown. So, I'm sure that you guys are familiar with the situation with her substituting Gorilla glue instead of got to be glue styling glue on her hair. So, how do you guys feel about this whole situation?
Um, I kind of feel like she's actually justified in what happened to her. If you actually go to Walmart, there is a wax for your hair that is called Gorilla something. It actually has a gorilla on it. Gorilla
Gorilla
Glue,
Snot, I think.
huh? Yeah,
I think it's
Gorilla.
called Gorilla Snot.
Right. And so that's the thing, right? Gorilla Glue, which is she could have been at Home Depot one day, was shopping with her brother, someone who knows, and saw a gorilla. And, if Gorilla Glue doesn't say do not use on hair. So if you're a company out there and you don't say those things, unfortunately, you're susceptible to lawsuits. And unfortunately, she does have a good lawsuit. I don't think she's not suing them because I think they settled already. So I think she's gonna be fine, and everything she gets is good. Allegedly, by the way, I don't know what they did, but she's not suing. That's kind of weird. She definitely has a lawsuit, but yeah.
Me personally, I am on two sides of every spectrum, okay?
Right.
And I sometimes I hate this aspect, but on one hand, I am for her. I actually wish she did follow through with the lawsuit as well. Because I agree with you. Yes, it doesn't say this on the bottle, and what I'm seeing in history, I've watched people easily get lawsuits for things like that. Oh, McDonald's didn't tell me I was gonna get fat, so I sued.
Or
You
hot
know,
coffee.
little things. Now I want her for that because of so many people that benefited from the justice system in that way. I want that for her. I want that for us. And I am that person that's like I'm still rooting for the black girl. But I must say that if I was like her friend, I would have been like, Elmer's glue in your hair? Did you read the Elmer's glue and does it say you can't use for your hair? When you use hair glue, doesn't it say hair glue? So gorilla snot, gorilla whatever, you don't read? I'm
They're the
sorry,
same
I don't
color.
read.
They're the same color.
Baby,
I just, I
almost
just,
try.
I mean, at some point, you just gotta be like, have a little common sense. Come
You're
on,
Uh-uh.
right.
I was
like,
about to use
like
gorilla glue.
where was your friends, honey? Where
Right.
was your
Where's your
Where was
friend?
your
friend? Where was
friend?
your friend?
So then in that case, that goes back to what I'm saying. Gorilla Glue knows, because I didn't know people use glue, right, in their hair like that. So Gorilla Glue should know that they
People are
write
not
on their
out here
product.
using Gorilla Glue for they
No,
braids.
no,
Come
no.
on.
But if they know that there's a product out there called Gorilla Snot, that you no, they're $1 billion
Liability.
business. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
For
Somebody got to
liability
work.
purposes.
Huh?
For liability purposes. I'm with you on that.
I'm just saying.
King Lois,
King Lois.
It's a no for me. No. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't care if you go to Walmart. I don't care if you go to Target. There is a hair aisle. There is a hair aisle where it's going to be grease and it's going to be hair glue. It's in that one aisle. So you want to tell me you went to the arts and crafts aisle where there's so much glue, Gorilla Glue, Gorilla Snot, Gorilla's Glue, whatever. Those are Crayola glue, whatever the glue is called. You went over there. So you had no business over there. You should have went in that little aisle at Walmart, Target, wherever you at, because you was not in no hair store, because a hair store wouldn't sell Gorilla Snot or Gorilla Glue. So you knew what you was giving, girl. You should have stayed in that one aisle. It's a section. It's a
But I
variety.
think I think the point was that she was at home and she
But
had ran out of the got to be glue. So
okay, so,
she substituted it with something she had at home.
so time
So
And
it
out.
where did
wasn't
she get it?
it wasn't that she went out and bought it for that purpose. It was just like a substitution for something she didn't have.
You can't
Mm,
Now,
substitute.
like I said, common sense would have told you
hey.
But
that that was
when,
not that's not what that's
You
for.
like you know, but she's
yeah,
not
oh,
13. You expect that from a 13-year-old. She's not 13. She's not 12. She has been doing hair. She had been doing her own hair for a long period of time. So she knew that she should not have used that glue. You run out, you run to the store.
oh,
You
oh,
can't
I mean,
substitute everything. You
Hey.
just can't. And see, I didn't know that part that girl, I just ran out of hair glue. I'm going to use this glue. No, girl, you can't do that. You
And
didn't do
then
that for.
and then she had said when she eventually made the post on social media, she said that the ponytail had been in for like a month. So you've
and it
known
was.
this for a month. Your hair has been stuck for a month.
It
And
looked
you haven't
good.
gone to the hospital. You
No, it
haven't
looked good. Why would she
it
go
was
to the
just
hospital and look good?
it was a timeline. Huh?
Why would she
It
go
was
to the
a
First of
hospital and
all,
it look good? She
But
didn't have no problems.
no, but she had said that she had even tried to wash it out and it wouldn't come out. But my thing
Oh,
is,
she
why
did.
did it take you a month to take these steps? Like
She was
after
embarrassed.
2 days, I would have known my hair was stuck to my head. Like how did you not peep game that you were glued down?
but she used
Like
but she gotta you gotta read the label. It's gorilla. Do you know how strong a gorilla is?
That's why
they
she
rap
wanted
about
to
it in
come
their songs.
overhead.
All the,
Gorilla, it has
that, but that's
gorilla in it.
That's why she used it.
It's strong. A gorilla is strong as a boots. Like
Well, they
strong
should have put
boots. that.
that on the package. They should have put that on the package.
I
So
would go
Jeremy
with
obviously blames the Gorilla Glue Company.
no. I'm
She gonna
with
be
King.
stiff. She's
I'm with
stiff.
King Jacob on get your money, but I'm definitely team common sense because I'm like, baby, Gorilla Glue, you in the bottle, it's in the hardware store. It's in no matter what you don't see in the hair aisle, it ain't for your hair. You have a better chance of putting food in your hair
Okay,
than you do
But just
so
a
what about
chemical
when you
from the
go to the gas
hardware
station
aisle.
and they
hold on,
sell
would you
sushi?
huh?
That's a
Huh?
problem.
I'm just
That's
saying.
a problem. And I don't
Pineapple.
eat gas station sushi.
Pineapple.
But you gotta think, okay, so let's take the scenario and move it to somebody else. What if she wasn't at home? What if she was at like a friend's house and they had the glue and she didn't know what it was, so she just thought like, hey, I'm gonna just slick my hair back into this
Because
ponytail.
yeah, because she saw Gorilla Snot, and that's what. Yeah,
Right.
See,
that's what I'm going with. That's all I'm going with.
so I'm gonna still
I'll
say
do that.
no. You gotta read stuff. We can't overtake nobody's word. Oh, girl, this is gonna be cute, girl. And girl, I could be putting nair in your hair. Girl, I'm gonna put this nair. I'm gonna put this stuff in your hair. I'm gonna perm your hair.
Because that could have been the alternative.
You know what I'm saying? I could be being a late queen. You can't just trust people's word. You gotta read.
Grace Jones.
You gotta do your research. You can't just be saying, "Oh, girl, I just ran out this glue, girl. I ain't got no more weed glue, but I got this other glue, and it
It's
should be the
tough.
same thing." So
It's
let's
gonna
It's
be.
a
And then if you look at the video, the bottles do look very similar. I will give her that. They look
That's what I'm
very similar.
saying.
you gotta
They look very
read.
similar.
What
I
if she
feel
can't read?
Dove soap and Dove chocolate are very similar. The letters even look the same. But guess what? I'm not gonna do. Oh, I'm out of soap. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna use the Dove chocolate bar. They look the same. Even called
girl,
it's called they're both Dove bars.
It
So I'm not
looks.
gonna wash up with my chocolate and I'm not gonna eat my soap. Okay?
But
Because what
okay,
I'm gonna
so
do is read.
but if they have black soap, why wouldn't they have brown soap? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It sounds
Now
very
he wants to
logical.
shut down the soap factory.
Word association works when you're in therapy, but everything starts with reading is fundamental. And if even if you read the bottle and you don't see what it isn't used for, you should at least look for what it is used for. What is Gorilla Glue used for? Not hair. Everything but hair. In the age of the internet, there is no excuse for ignorance. Period.
True.
Now,
True.
I will say this though.
True.
I will say this. I have seen a lot of girls in dance performances and stuff that had them Beyonce ponytails that then slung off while they was dancing. So maybe if they would have hit that little pony right there with a little Gorilla Glue,
Right
they
there.
would have been able to keep swinging, honey. It would have been stuck, honey. So it's kind of a twofold, honey. Because if you just maybe they just need a little touch on the edge where the ponytail is.
I don't think anyone knows about being a test subject. I would agree that, hey, underlyingly, this could have been a test ploy, and then we'll give you $1 million if you do this. See that you're popular on Instagram, and it's like it would be cool, but I wouldn't do it because I'm a medical baby and I'm tired of being in the hospital. Hell,
Right.
I
Right.
mean,
I
heck
know that.
no.
I know
I
that's
don't
it.
care about nothing y'all talking about. If they said we're gonna give you $5 million to glue your motherfucking head down,
People
I'm
would do
gluing
it.
my head down.
People would do it.
I'm
I
gonna be
do.
on Instagram crying, oh Lord, I done glued my whole
I'll
cheek.
buy a $40,000 wig.
Okay?
Now
Honey, be
that I would
bald,
do.
be working
No.
wigs and
I
everything with
still
my
got
2 million.
4,498,000.
Honey, that's like hitting the lottery. Go
Right.
I
ahead.
don't like the
Of course I
pain.
will. You said what? Do you want to put the glue in yourself? Because you can apply it. Come on, bring it on.
I can't. I don't like the pain. I don't like. I don't know. I just got a lot of certain things that I just. I'll be there. I'll be a support system for y'all. You know, when
I'm
y'all
giving you
done.
baby hair and
I
everything.
mean,
Okay.
I will root for y'all.
We'll be right back with the Kings from the Kings TV. Up next, a final thought from King RJ. Remember, keep your head up and your crown on. See you later.
We love y'all.